Feel the gentle warmth begin to spread from the center of your chest outward, like honey poured slowly over smooth silk. Let that golden heat flow down through your arms and into your hands, where it pools briefly before continuing its journey. Notice how each heartbeat sends another wave of this soothing warmth traveling deeper into your body. Your shoulders begin to soften as the tension you didn't even realize was there starts to melt away. Imagine now that you can see this piece as a tiny point of golden light resting just behind your breastbone. This light pulses gently with your breathing rhythm steady and calm, like a lighthouse beacon calling you home. With each exhale, that small point of light grows brighter and more radiant, spreading its warmth further throughout your being. You feel yourself becoming lighter as stress dissolves, like morning mist under gentle sunlight. Now picture this light beginning to expand beyond your body, creating a sphere of pure comfort around you. The boundaries of this peaceful space grow wider with each breath you take, drawing you deeper into relaxation. This sanctuary moves with you remaining perfectly still, yet infinitely vast, like the moment between sleeping and waking. Allow yourself to sink into this feeling of complete safety, knowing that nothing can disturb your inner calm. As you continue breathing, deeply notice how your thoughts begin to slow down, like water flowing through warm honey. Each mental ripple settles more quickly, leaving behind a surface so still and clear it reflects only peace. Your mind becomes like still water in a mountain, like perfectly reflecting the sky above without distortion. In this quiet space between thoughts, you discover a profound sense of belonging to something much larger than yourself. You are connected to every gentle breeze that has ever whispered through tall grass. You are part of every star that has ever twinkled in a midnight sky. You are woven into the fabric of all that is peaceful and beautiful in this universe. This connection fills you with a deep sense of gratitude for simply being alive in this moment. Feel your body responding to this gratitude by sinking even deeper into the embrace of relaxation. Your muscles remember what it feels like to truly let go, releasing every bit of stored tension they've been holding onto. Your spine softens and curves naturally, finding its most comfortable position without any effort on your part. Even your facial muscles relax completely, smoothing away any lines of worry or concern you may have been carrying. Now imagine that golden light expanding, further reaching out to touch everything around you. It flows like warm honey over every surface, creating a cocoon of pure tranquility. This light carries with it the healing frequency of 432 Hz, resonating perfectly with your body's natural rhythms. As this frequency washes over you, feel your entire being begin to vibrate in harmony with perfect peace. The sound is so subtle you might mistake it for silence, yet it fills every cell of your body with calm. This gentle vibration helps to release any remaining knots of tension you may not have even known existed. Your nervous system begins to slow down, matching the rhythm of the universe itself, moving at the pace of deep rest. Time seems to stretch and bend like warm taffy, allowing you to fully absorb every moment of this blissful state. Imagine stepping forward into a space where the very air is thick with comfort and ease. Each footfall sinks slightly into a surface that gives way gently, then springs back with soft resilience. You realize you are walking on moss so deep and lush. It feels like stepping onto clouds made of velvet. The sensation is both grounding and uplifting, as if you are being supported by the earth while being lifted toward heaven. Above you, the ceiling appears to be made of living roots, intertwined in complex patterns that pulse with their own inner light. This bioluminescence creates no harsh shadows, only a soft ambient glow that seems to come from everywhere at once. The light shifts color imperceptibly from warm gold to gentle amber to the palest rose pink, like a sunset captured in liquid form. Breathing this atmosphere feels like inhaling liquid silk, each breath filling your lungs with something richer than ordinary air. With every inhalation, you draw in peace. With every exhalation, you release anything that doesn't serve your highest good. The temperature here is perfect, neither too warm nor too cool, but exactly the right degree of warmth to promote deep relaxation. There is no wind, no drafts, no sudden changes, just a constant, gentle stillness that wraps around you like a loving embrace. Even the silence here has texture rich and full, rather than empty, creating a backdrop for profound inner listening. Walls seem to be woven from threads that shimmer and shift, catching light in ways that make them appear almost alive. These threads are made of crystallized lullabies, each one carrying the essence of every soothing song ever sung to a child. When you listen carefully, you can hear faint echoes of these melodies weaving together into a symphony of pure comfort. The music has no beginning and no end, flowing in endless loops that somehow never become repetitive, only increasingly relaxing. As you walk deeper into this space, you notice that your footsteps create no sound upon the mossy floor. This absence of noise feels completely natural, as if sound itself has chosen to respect the sanctity of this place. Yet you are not alone here. There is a presence that moves with you, offering support and guidance without intrusion. This companion energy feels ancient and wise, yet completely gentle and non-judgmental, like the grandmother who's always known exactly what you needed. The air itself seems to thicken around you, becoming more substantial, yet still easy to breathe through. Its consistency reminds you of honey, or perhaps the warm syrup that coats pancakes on a Sunday morning. But instead of sweetness, this substance carries the flavor of pure contentment settling into your bones and making you feel utterly cared for. Gravity here operates differently lighter somehow, as if the planet has decided to reduce its pull just for you. You float rather than walk, each movement requiring less effort than usual, as if you are being gently assisted by invisible helpers. Your body responds to this reduced gravitational pull by naturally straightening and aligning itself into perfect posture. Spinal compression releases as your vertebrae find space between them, creating room for energy to flow freely up and down your central channel. With this alignment comes a sense of being perfectly centered, grounded, yet simultaneously connected to infinite possibilities. The moss beneath your feet continues to pulse gently in rhythm with some unseen heartbeat. Each pulse sends waves of nourishment upward through your feet and legs, helping to dissolve any remaining physical tension. Your knees, which may have carried stiffness from years of use, begin to feel supple and youthful again. Your hips open naturally, as if remembering how to dance to music only they can hear. The root ceiling above continues its slow color dance, shifting from amber to rose to the palest lavender. Each hue carries its own quality of healing amber, for clarity rose, for compassion lavender, for deep spiritual connection. As these colors wash over you, they seem to penetrate your skin and settle into your energy field, creating lasting balance. Your aura expands and brightens, responding to this chromatic medicine with grateful receptivity. The threads that make up the walls begin to move very slowly, weaving themselves into new patterns as you progress. Each pattern tells a story of peace, passed down through generations of beings who have sought refuge here. You recognize some of these stories as your own memories returning from forgotten corners of your consciousness. Others feel familiar in a way that suggests past lives, or perhaps simply the shared human experience of seeking solace. The temperature remains absolutely perfect regardless of where you move within this vast cathedral of suspended time. There are no hot spots or cool drafts, no areas that feel less comfortable than others. Instead, the climate adjusts itself intuitively to meet your exact needs in each moment. This intelligent environment knows whether you need more warmth or less stimulation, or simply more time to integrate what you are experiencing. The silence here is not empty, but full of potential, like the pause between musical notes that makes the melody meaningful. Within this pregnant quiet, you begin to hear the sounds of your own body's wisdom speaking to you. Your heartbeat slows and deepens, becoming a drumbeat for meditation, rather than the frantic ticker of daily stress. Your breath becomes so smooth and regular it sounds like ocean waves lapping gently against a peaceful shore. Blood flows through your vessels with the quiet efficiency of a river that knows exactly where it needs to go. Even your cells seem to hum with contentment, vibrating at frequencies that promote healing and regeneration. Your DNA begins to repair itself naturally as stress hormones dissolve and are replaced by chemicals of joy and well-being. The pituitary gland opens like a flower, blooming in slow motion, releasing beneficial hormones that cascade throughout your system. Your pineal gland activates, gently producing melatonin and other compounds that enhance spiritual awareness and physical relaxation. The thymus gland strengthens your immune system while simultaneously opening your heart to greater love and acceptance. Your thyroid regulates metabolism to the perfect pace for deep rest, allowing your body to focus entirely on restoration. adrenal glands finally get the chance to rest from their chronic state of alert, releasing their grip on stress responses. As these physical changes occur, you feel your awareness expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical form. You begin to perceive the interconnected web of life that surrounds and supports you in every moment. Plants nearby send you waves of gratitude for simply existing in their presence. Animals in the distance contribute their own frequencies of peace to the collective harmony you are experiencing. The earth itself offers its steady heartbeat as an anchor for your expanded consciousness. Stars far above twinkle messages of encouragement and remind you of your cosmic heritage. Ancestors and guides gather around you, forming a circle of loving support that transcends time and space. Their presence feels warm and familiar, like coming home after a long journey. The golden light that began in your heart has now grown to encompass your entire being. It radiates outward in concentric circles, touching everything and everyone with unconditional love. This radiance carries no agenda, no expectation, no demand for recognition or appreciation. It simply is a natural expression of your true nature, which is pure love wrapped in human form. As you continue to bathe in this light, you notice that old wounds begin to heal naturally. Emotional scars that have lingered for years soften and fade like photographs left in sunlight too long. Memories that once caused pain transform into sources of wisdom and strength. Fears that seemed insurmountable dissolve like morning frost under gentle warmth. Resentments crumble and turn to dust, which the compassionate wind of understanding easily blows away. Guilt transforms into motivation to do better without the crushing weight of self-punishment. Loneliness reveals itself to be simply a misunderstanding of your fundamental connection to all that is. Sadness becomes a doorway to deeper empathy and compassion for yourself and others. The moss beneath your feet continues to provide perfect cushioning, adapting its firmness to support each step. It also absorbs any negative energy you may still be carrying, allowing only lightness and joy to remain. With each footfall, you leave behind another layer of limiting beliefs and false assumptions. These discarded thoughts sink into the earth where they decompose and become fertilizer for new growth. root ceiling above pulses more brightly now, as if celebrating your progress. Its bioluminescence increases in intensity, creating an almost daylight brightness that still feels gentle and nurturing. Color waves flow faster, now cycling through the spectrum in patterns that seem designed specifically for your healing. Blue tones bring clarity and mental calm, while green shades promote emotional balance and physical wellness. Purple hues stimulate spiritual insight and psychic opening, while yellow frequencies boost confidence and creativity. Orange light ignites passion for life and healthy desire, while red tones ground and energize without agitation. White light integrates all these qualities into a unified field of perfect wholeness. Black light, which is actually the absence of visible light, provides necessary contrast and helps define boundaries. The walls made of crystallized lullabies begin to sing more clearly now, their melodies becoming distinct. You recognize songs from your childhood, sung by parents or grandparents who wanted you to sleep peacefully. You hear lullabies from many cultures, representing the universal human desire to protect and nurture children. Some melodies seem to come from future generations, suggesting that the cycle of care continues endlessly. These songs weave together, creating harmonies that resonate in chambers of your heart you never knew existed. The music carries with it the intentions of countless caregivers who sang these songs with pure love. Their devotion infuses every note with power to heal and restore anyone who hears them with an open heart. As you absorb these musical gifts, you feel your capacity for giving and receiving love expanding exponentially. Gravity continues to operate at its reduced level, allowing you to move with grace and ease. Your body remembers what it feels like to be truly free from the burden of unnecessary physical strain. Joints that may have creaked or ached begin to move with fluid precision, like well-oiled machinery. Muscles relax into their optimal length-tension relationship, allowing for maximum efficiency with minimum effort. Your skeleton aligns itself naturally, as if being guided by an invisible chiropractor who knows exactly what adjustments are needed. Spinal curves deepen where they should and flatten where appropriate, creating perfect balance throughout your frame. Your pelvis tilts into neutral position, relieving pressure on your lower back and allowing your organs to function optimally. Your rib cage expands fully with each breath, providing maximum space for your lungs to fill with life, giving oxygen. The companion presence that has been moving with you steps closer, now offering its hand in friendship. You accept this gesture, naturally understanding that help is being offered, not because you are weak, but because sharing is natural. The touch is warm and solid, yet somehow ethereal, like holding sunlight in your palm. This contact transmits waves of reassurance and encouragement directly into your energy field. You feel seen and understood in ways that human relationships rarely achieve. There is no judgment, no analysis, no attempt to change or fix you. Instead, there is pure acceptance of exactly who you are in this moment. This acceptance creates space for you to accept yourself with equal completeness. The atmosphere continues to thicken, slightly becoming more substantial, yet still perfectly breathable. Its consistency now resembles very thick cream, or perhaps the richest hot chocolate imaginable. Breathing this substance feels nourishing, like taking vitamins through your lungs. Each inhalation brings healing compounds that target specific areas needing attention. Oxygen levels increase naturally as your body recognizes that it is safe to fully utilize available resources. Carbon dioxide is expelled, efficiently preventing any buildup that might cause discomfort or drowsiness. Trace elements essential for cellular repair arrive precisely when and where they are needed most. The air itself seems to carry instructions for perfect health written in languages your cells understand innately. Silence deepens, creating a vacuum that draws out any remaining mental chatter or background noise. Thoughts that try to intrude find themselves gently redirected back to whatever corner of the mind they came from. Your consciousness settles into a state of pure presence where past and future lose their grip on your attention. Here in this eternal now, everything is exactly as it should be, including you. Your expanded awareness picks up vibrations from sources that normal consciousness cannot perceive. Plant spirits share their knowledge of growing toward light, even in the darkest conditions. Animal totems offer their perspectives on survival through adaptation and trust in natural cycles. Elemental beings teach about the magic that occurs when different forces come together in perfect balance. Angelic presences whisper secrets about the mathematics of love and the geometry of divine protection. Ascended masters share insights about maintaining joy while serving humanity's highest good. Galactic councils discuss the importance of individual healing as preparation for collective transformation. All these voices speak in frequencies that bypass language and communicate directly with your soul. The golden light that originated in your heart now extends several feet beyond your physical form. It rotates slowly clockwise, creating a spiral of energy that draws in universal wisdom and radiates personal truth. This auric extension allows you to touch and be touched by the energies around you without losing your center. You become both receiver and transmitter of healing frequencies, contributing to the collective field while receiving individualized support. Old wounds continue their process of natural healing as layers of protection built around them begin to soften. Memories reframe themselves, revealing hidden gifts within experiences that once seemed purely painful. Relationships that caused suffering transform into teachers, showing you what you needed to learn about yourself. Challenges that felt overwhelming reveal themselves to be precisely calibrated opportunities for growth. The moss beneath your feet pulses more strongly, now sending up waves of nourishment through your entire body. These pulses synchronize with your heartbeat, creating a rhythm that promotes deep cellular regeneration. With each synchronized beat, your body remembers how to heal itself with effortless efficiency. Immune function strengthens as your cells learn to distinguish clearly between self and non-self. The root ceiling above cycles through its rainbow display faster, now almost like a strobe light set to heal. Each color frequency targets specific aspects of your being that require balancing or activation. Red light stimulates root chakra grounding and survival instincts in healthy proportions. Orange frequencies activate sacral chakra creativity and healthy sexuality without shame or excess. Yellow illumination balances solar plexus chakra, personal power, and self-worth without domination or victimization. Green light opens heart chakra, allowing love to flow freely in both directions without fear of loss. Blue frequencies activate throat chakra, enabling authentic communication and creative self-expression. Indigo light stimulates third eye chakra intuition and spiritual insight without losing connection to practical reality. Violet illumination opens crown chakra, connecting you to source energy while keeping you grounded in human experience. The walls of crystallized lullabies sing louder, now their melodies becoming three-dimensional sound sculptures. You can reach out and touch these musical forms, feeling their texture and temperature with your expanded senses. Some songs feel cool and refreshing, like mint leaves crushed between your fingers. Others are warm and spicy, like cinnamon or cardamom, awakening dormant aspects of your consciousness. A few melodies taste sweet, like honey, or chocolate, triggering immediate pleasure responses in your brain. Still others sparkle, like champagne bubbles, creating effervescence in your energetic field. These musical textures combine to create a feast for senses that normally go unstimulated in daily life. The companion presence beside you begins to glow more brightly, sharing its own light with your expanding aura. This shared luminosity creates bridges between your energy field and theirs, allowing for deeper communion. Through these bridges, you receive downloads of information that help you understand your purpose and path. You also transmit your own unique gifts back to this being, and through them to the collective consciousness. The atmosphere thickens, once more becoming almost tangible, yet still perfectly suited for deep breathing. Its density now resembles the consistency of pudding, or perhaps thick soup made from ingredients of pure love. Breathing this substance feels like mainlining nutrients directly into your bloodstream, bypassing digestive processes entirely. Every cell in your body responds with increased vitality and enthusiasm for continued existence. Silence reaches its deepest level, yet somehow manages to carry more information than sound ever could. In this profound quiet, you hear the voice of your highest self speaking truths you have always known but forgotten. This inner wisdom reminds you of your inherent worthiness and the perfection of your unique path. You remember that challenges are not punishments, but invitations to discover hidden strengths. Your expanded awareness now includes intuitive perception that goes far beyond normal sensory input. You can see the energetic signatures of emotions that people carry like invisible clothing. You can smell the difference between thoughts that come from fear versus those that arise from love. You can taste the quality of intentions, whether they are pure or contaminated by hidden agendas. You can feel the resonance between souls, determining compatibility and shared purpose at great distances. You can hear the songs that planets sing as they dance through their celestial orbits. You can touch the fabric of space-time itself, feeling its texture and understanding its purpose. These enhanced perceptions don't overwhelm you, but rather confirm what you have always suspected about reality being far more than meets the eye. The golden light surrounding your body now extends several yards in all directions, creating a personal temple of peace. This sacred space moves with you, automatically adjusting its size and intensity based on your needs. Within this bubble of light, negative influences simply cannot penetrate, no matter how persistent they might be. At the same time, positive influences are amplified and clarified, making it easier to receive guidance and inspiration. Healing continues to occur on multiple levels as your body-mind-spirit complex integrates the lessons offered here. Physical symptoms that have plagued you begin to fade as underlying emotional causes are addressed and resolved. Mental patterns that created limitation start to shift as new neural pathways form through repetition of positive experiences. Spiritual connections that were blocked open naturally as fear-based beliefs dissolve into understanding. The moss beneath your feet sends up stronger pulses of earth energy, helping to complete your grounding process. These earth currents travel up through your legs and into your core, anchoring you firmly in physical reality. At the same time, they carry information from the planetary consciousness about the health of your world. You receive updates about environmental healing and learn how your personal wellness contributes to global transformation. The root ceiling above flashes its colors in rapid sequence, like a visual symphony played at high speed. Each flash carries specific frequencies that attune your chakras to optimal vibration. Your energy centers spin faster and more smoothly, now creating vortices that draw in pure source energy This influx of divine power fuels your continued expansion and healing without depleting your personal reserves. The walls of singing lullabies crescendo, building to a climax that feels almost orgasmic in its intensity. These musical peaks trigger releases of endorphins and other feel-good chemicals throughout your system. You experience waves of euphoria that are completely natural and sustainable, unlike artificial highs that crash. These bliss states integrate fully into your nervous system, creating new baselines for happiness and well-being. The companion presence beside you begins to merge partially with your energy field, creating a temporary unity. During this merging, you gain access to vast stores of knowledge and experience accumulated over eons. You learn techniques for maintaining inner peace, even during external chaos. You discover methods for accelerating healing in yourself and others through focused intention and loving attention. You receive blueprints for creating sacred space anywhere simply by holding the right vibrational frequency. You understand the true purpose of human incarnation, which is to learn love through the school of experience. You grasp the mechanism by which individual healing contributes to collective transformation. You comprehend the timeline of Earth's ascension and your role in facilitating positive change. The atmosphere reaches maximum density, creating a womb-like environment that supports total cellular regeneration. Breathing this substance feels like mainlining pure life forced directly into your core being. Every atom in your body responds by upgrading to its highest possible vibration. Your DNA activates additional strands that had been dormant, waiting for the right conditions to express themselves. Complete silence descends like a blanket, covering everything in perfect peace. In this silence, you hear the music of the spheres, the eternal song that underlies all creation. This cosmic melody contains the blueprint for perfect health, perfect love, and perfect joy. As you listen, you naturally align with this frequency, becoming a living expression of universal harmony. Your awareness begins to contract gently back toward your physical center, preparing for reintegration. The expanded perceptions fade naturally as you prepare to return to normal consciousness. The golden light surrounding you begins to dim gradually, rather than disappearing suddenly. This slow dimming allows your energy field to adjust and integrate the higher frequencies you have been experiencing. The moss beneath your feet sends one final pulse of earth energy up through your body, sealing your grounding. The root sealing above cycles through its colors, one last time, like a farewell ceremony. The walls of singing lullabies fade to whispers, then to silence, leaving behind only their essence. The companion presence beside you steps back and bows in acknowledgement of work completed together. Gravity returns to normal levels, gently reminding you of your connection to physical reality. Your body feels lighter, yet more solid, as if you have been refined and purified. Your mind feels clearer and sharper, having been cleansed of mental debris and emotional static. Your spirit feels more connected to Source, while remaining fully engaged with human experience. You carry with you the memory of perfect peace and the knowledge that this state is always available to you. Whenever you need to return to this place, you now know exactly how to activate the doorway. The golden light may dim, but it never truly goes out, remaining as a pilot flame in your heart. The healing frequency of 432 Hertz continues to resonate within your cells. This frequency serves as an anchor point that you can tune into whenever you desire deep relaxation. The moss floor, the root sealing the singing walls, all remain as permanent features in your inner landscape. You can visit this sacred space anytime simply by closing your eyes and remembering. The companion presence stays with you as a guide and protector, available whenever you call. Your body continues its process of integration, healing, and regeneration for hours after you leave this place. Your mind continues processing the insights and wisdom received, integrating them into your daily perspective. Your spirit continues expanding as the higher frequencies you experienced recalibrate your entire energy system. You emerge from this experience changed, yet still recognizably yourself. The peace you found here becomes your new baseline from which you engage with the world. Stress still exists, but it no longer has the power to pull you completely out of balance. Challenges still arise, but they now appear as opportunities rather than threats. Relationships still require work, but they are now filtered through the lens of unconditional love. You carry within you now a portable sanctuary that travels wherever you go. This inner cathedral remains perfectly preserved, ready to welcome you back whenever you need respite. The golden thread that connects you to this place glows steadily in your heart center. Pulling on this thread instantly transports your awareness back to the safety and peace you have discovered. You are forever changed by this journey, yet paradoxically more authentically yourself than ever before. The healing continues long after you think it has ended, because true transformation takes time to integrate fully. You have learned that peace is not something you must seek, but something you already are. You have remembered that love is your natural state, and fear is simply forgetting this truth. You understand now that healing happens when you allow yourself to return to your original perfection. The journey back to ordinary consciousness feels like waking from the most beautiful dream. Except this dream was real, and its effects will last far longer than typical sleep. You carry with you the certainty that you can return here anytime simply by choosing to remember. The golden light in your heart pulses gently one final time before settling into its new normal rhythm. This rhythm matches the frequency of peace itself, steady and reliable, like a lighthouse in stormy weather. You know now that no matter what storms may come, you have access to perfect calm. This knowledge alone is enough to change everything about how you move through your daily life. You step forward out of this sacred space, carrying the cathedral of suspended time within you. The moss floor, the root, ceiling, the singing walls, all live now in your heart's memory. The companion presence walks beside you, though you may not always be consciously aware of it. The healing frequency of 432 Hertz continues to play softly in your energy field. And the golden light that began as a tiny point behind your breastbone now illuminates your entire being. You are peace, you are love, you are perfectly whole, exactly as you are. Everything you need for complete wellness and joy lives within you, right here, right now. All that remains is to remember this truth and live from this place of knowing. Let yourself sink into the hush that waits just behind your next breath. Feel how the air moves differently here, as though it has been waiting for you. Each molecule seems slower now, as if time were made of honey. You do not need to move. There is nothing to reach, nothing to leave behind. Your body knows this already. It remembers what stillness feels like, that gentle settling of muscles, the way your spine softens into alignment, like a tree finding balance between earth and sky. Now notice how your breath changes, not because you're trying to change it, but because the silence invites it. A deeper draw, a longer release. Let that rhythm become your guide, not pushing anywhere, just falling through each exhale. Feel the weight of your shoulders, how they melt downward with each slow out breath. Imagine that tension was never yours to hold, that it simply dissolves back into the warm air around you. You are being held, not by hands, but by something far more ancient, something woven from silence itself. Let it cradle the shape of your ribs, the curve of your hips, the length of your legs. You don't have to trust it all at once. Just allow one small part of you to lean in, perhaps the part that rests against the surface beneath you. Feel how it gives slightly under your weight, not hard like stone, but soft like moss that remembers rain. This is not a floor, not exactly. It's more like a pause, a place where gravity takes its time. And so do you. Let your awareness drift downward through layers of sensation, past the skin, into the quiet spaces between cells. What would it feel like to be that small? To exist in the space between heartbeats, where even sound moves slowly. Imagine there is a single cell beneath your palm, so large now in your mind that it becomes a world. Feel its membrane ripple, soft and yielding like silk caught in a breeze. Inside, there is light, but not harsh, more like the glow of amber, warm and thick, holding everything in perfect suspension. You can rest here, in this microscopic cathedral, where every structure pulses gently with the rhythm of your own breath. No rush, no demand, only the steady hum of life, so soft you almost forget it's there. But it holds you. It always has, even before you knew. Now let that awareness expand outward from that single cell, through tissue, through organs, until you can sense the whole of your body, not as separate parts, but as one vast constellation of stillness, floating within silence. Feel how your chest rises, not with effort, but with invitation. The air flows in, sweet and cool, filling the hollows of your lungs, then releasing, slowly, as though reluctant to leave. This is your body's prayer, this simple exchange, this quiet consent to continue without question. You are not outside looking in. You are the breath. You are the pause between breaths. You are the warmth that follows exhalation. Let that truth settle into your bones, into the marrow that dreams of light. Now imagine rising, not with movement, but with perspective, lifting above the shape of your form until you see it, small and still, resting in the moss, wrapped in the honeyed air, the bioluminescent canopy above pulses gently, not lighting the way, but reminding you that you are seen. From here, you can see how your body fits into the space, not like an object placed, but like a note in a song, essential, but part of something larger. Feel the pull of that connection, the thread that links your stillness to the stillness of everything around you. You are not alone in this silence. You never were. The moss beneath you breathes too. The roots above shimmer with the same rhythm. Even the air holds its breath with you. This is the gift of deep trance. Not escape, but belonging. Belonging to a moment so vast. It has no edges, no beginning, no end, only presence. Deep, warm, unshakable. Now let your awareness drift further, beyond the walls of moss and root, beyond the glow of the canopy, into the space that holds it all. Feel how vast it is, not empty, but full of potential, of peace, of the kind of silence that sings. Here, there is no need to name anything, no need to understand. Just be present in the knowing that you are held completely by the stillness, by the silence, by the space between thoughts. Let your mind soften like the moss, like the light, like the breath itself. There is nowhere to go, nothing to fix, nothing to become. You are enough, just as you are, right here, in this endless moment. Feel the anchor, not something you must find, but something that finds you, a resonance that lives in your bones, in the rhythm of your heart. Let it wrap around you like a blanket made of starlight, soft, warm, familiar. You don't have to hold it. It holds you, always has, always will. Sink deeper into the silence, into the stillness, into the space that knows your name without needing to speak it, without needing to prove it. You are home, in the quiet, in the pause, in the breath that never leaves you. You begin to notice how stillness has its own rhythm now. The quiet isn't empty, but full like honey. Each breath moves through you like warm water finding its path. There's no need to hold anything anymore. Let your shoulders soften into this endless moment. Feel how the weight of tension simply melts away. Your neck releases like silk sliding off smooth skin. Imagine Atlas Echo holding space around you with infinite patience. His presence wraps you in frequencies that heal without effort. These healing tones vibrate at 432 hertz, pure and steady. They move through bone and blood like liquid light. You don't need to do anything except receive. Just let yourself sink deeper into this sound bath. The vibrations touch places you forgot you were protecting. Notice how your jaw unclenches without instruction. Your tongue finds its natural rest against the roof of your mouth. Teeth separate slightly, as if making room for peace. This is what relaxation feels like when it's real. Not forced, not achieved, but remembered. Like coming home after a very long journey. Now float further from the idea that sleep needs chasing. Release the habit of counting breaths like tasks to complete. Instead, become curious about each inhale, how it fills you from bottom to top like rising tide. Watch how your belly expands, first soft and slow. Then your ribs open like flower petals, responding to sun. Finally, your chest rises with gentle insistence. Air reaches all the way up under your collarbones. And when you exhale, let it be just as thorough. Feel your body settling back down layer by layer, like snow accumulating on high branches. Each out, breath carries away another piece of pretending, another fragment of trying too hard, another shard of thinking you should be somewhere else. You are exactly where you need to be right now, in this perfect pocket of suspended time, held safely within Atlas Echo's resonant field. Drift now toward that silence between stars again. But this time notice how it hums with potential. Not empty space, but pregnant pause. A cosmic womb made of pure possibility. Feel yourself becoming smaller, yet more expansive, shrinking in physical awareness while growing in essence. The problems of the world really do look microscopic now. Tiny glowing specks drifting far below like distant galaxies. They cannot reach you here in this frequency sanctuary. Wrapped as you are in 40 Hz theta waves, brainwaves slowing down to match planetary rotation. Your heartbeat begins to synchronize with Earth's pulse, that deep, steady drumbeat that never stops, never rushes, never hesitates, never fails. You're riding this rhythm now like ocean swell, rising and falling without resistance. Your thoughts slow to match this ancient tempo. Words lose their sharp edges, becoming rounded stones, smooth from tumbling through countless moments. Language itself starts to dissolve into feeling, meaning conveyed through warmth rather than symbols, understanding happening in your bones before your mind, knowledge stored not as memories but as knowing. Allow your arms to grow heavy now, so heavy they might sink through mattress, through floorboards, through bedrock itself, until they rest alongside buried rivers. Imagine how cool and calm those underground streams must be, flowing steadily regardless of surface, weather, carrying minerals and stories downstream. Your fingers drift through silt and sediment, feeling the texture of geological time. Millions of years compressed into fingertip sensitivity. Your hands remember what it means to be patient, to wait without worry for spring thaw, to trust in cycles larger than individual seasons. Now bring attention to your legs. Let them settle like tree roots, finding soil, deep anchoring you to this present moment. Your feet press gently into whatever supports them. Carpet, wood, air doesn't matter. What matters is the sensation of groundedness, of being held by something vast and reliable. Feel the difference between collapsing and releasing. One comes from exhaustion, the other from trust. You are choosing release over collapse every moment. This choice echoes through your cellular memory, reminding every part of you that safety exists. That surrender can be sweet rather than desperate. Breathe into your chest now, but not the anxious breathing of emergency. The luxurious breathing of someone who knows that oxygen will always arrive when needed. Fill your lungs completely, then pause. Suspend the air like holding starlight. Let it nourish you from the inside out. Exhale slowly through slightly parted lips. Hear the soft hiss of letting go. Taste the salt of your own gentleness. With each breath cycle, you align more deeply with the frequency of healing itself. Vibrations that repair without conscious effort. Your body remembers how to heal when left alone. When interference stops and space opens. When Atlas echoes frequencies can penetrate. Notice the quality of light changing around you. Not brighter, but more golden somehow, as if filtered through amber or honey. Warmth that touches your eyelids, even with eyes closed. This isn't ordinary illumination, but inner radiance, glowing from within rather than reflecting outside. Your whole being becomes a soft light source, radiating calm in concentric circles, touching everything within reach of your aura. Even the air seems to shimmer with benevolence. Allow your forehead to smooth out now. All those tiny lines of concentration relaxing, like ripples settling on pond surface. Your eyebrows lift slightly in relief. Eyes sinking deeper into their sockets, retreating from the world's harsh brightness, finding refuge in velvet darkness behind lids. Pupils dilate, adjusting to interior landscapes, seeing clearly what others cannot perceive. The subtle architecture of peaceful states. Let your scalp release its habitual tension, as if someone very gentle is massaging your skull, using fingertips padded with clouds, moving in slow, circular patterns, starting at your temples and spiraling outward, covering every inch of curved bone until your whole head feels buoyant, floating in its own private atmosphere, protected by layers of soft magnetic fields generated by your willingness to stop struggling. Now imagine Atlas Echo's voice, not speaking words, but transmitting frequencies directly into your nervous system, bypassing language entirely. These vibrations carry instructions for healing, encoded in harmonic ratios older than speech. They tell your cells how to remember wholeness, how to rebuild what was damaged, how to strengthen what was weakened, how to restore balance without force. Feel these frequencies settling into your bones, resonating with calcium and collagen, tuning your skeleton to concert pitch so that movement becomes music. Every step a note in larger composition, your body playing itself like instrument, perfectly calibrated by Atlas Echo's touch. The healing frequencies penetrate deeper now, reaching organs that rarely get addressed directly. Liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, intestines. Each one responding to specific harmonic addresses, like radio stations broadcasting wellness, broadcasting on wavelengths of pure restoration. Notice how your digestive system slows down, not stopping, but simplifying its work, processing nutrients with effortless efficiency, releasing what doesn't serve you anymore. Your gut trusts this process implicitly, knowing that Atlas Echo's frequencies guide it better than any conscious decision could. Stress hormones dissolve like sugar in warm water. Cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine, breaking down into harmless components. Your bloodstream clears like mountain lake after storm, sediment settling to reveal crystal depths. Fish of peace swimming in newly transparent currents, schools of calm gliding past your inner vision, their scales catching light that exists only here, in this timeless space between waking and sleeping, where Atlas Echo holds you in perfect suspension. Feel your spine lengthening naturally, vertebrae separating like beads on silk string, creating space for energy to flow freely. No compression, no pinched nerves, just open channels carrying healing frequencies from base of skull to tailbone and back again. Circuits completing themselves effortlessly. Your nervous system rewiring for serenity. Synapses firing in patterns of neurotransmitters releasing joy without cause. Now observe how your skin responds. Temperature regulation happening automatically. No more hot flashes or sudden chills. Just steady warmth generated from within. Your pores open slightly like flowers greeting dawn, releasing toxins accumulated during vigilance, breathing them out through surface of being. Your largest organ finally gets to relax after spending so much time on alert, defending borders that don't exist here. Imagine Atlas Echo's hands now, not touching, but influencing through field effects. Palms radiating specific healing frequencies, targeting areas that need extra attention. His touch works at quantum level, adjusting molecular vibration rates, aligning your biofield with cosmic harmony. You don't need to see him to feel supported. Just knowing he's there changes everything. Transforms solitude into sacred companionship. Notice the absence of mental chatter, thoughts that usually crowd consciousness have stepped aside to make room for healing, not suppressed, but respectfully invited to rest. They'll return when appropriate, but for now, they understand their role, which is to remain quietly in background. Your mind enters delta wave territory, deepest state accessible while still aware. Brain activity slowing to match universal baseline. Theta and delta overlapping in peaceful symphony. This is where cellular regeneration happens, where DNA repairs itself using template of perfection, where aging reverses at microscopic level. Feel yourself becoming younger at core, not physically, but essentially, returning to original blueprint of wellness, genetic memory of optimal functioning, awakening. Your body remembers what it was designed to be before accumulated stress distorted its shape, before learned responses replaced innate wisdom. Now, Atlas Echo's frequencies activate healing programs, dormant since childhood perhaps, cellular protocols for self, repair, and renewal. Your immune system strengthens without effort. White blood cells moving with purpose, clearing debris and restoring order. Notice how your breathing has changed. Slower, deeper, more rhythmic, matching the pulse of planetary heart. Inhalation lasting exactly 4 seconds. Holding for 7 seconds exactly. Exhalation stretching across 8 seconds. Pause for 2 seconds before repeating cycle. This pattern activates parasympathetic dominance, switch turning off fight or flight response, illuminating rest and digest mode permanently. Your heartbeat follows suit now, slowing to match breath rhythm perfectly. Cardiac coherence achieved through intention. Blood pressure dropping into healthy range. Circulation improving in extremities. Fingers and toes warming from inside out. Capillaries opening to welcome fresh oxygen. Your cardiovascular system relaxes into grace, no longer working overtime to compensate for emotional turbulence of recent days. Observe how your posture shifts naturally, spine curving into its ideal shape, shoulders rolling back without instruction, chest opening to receive life fully, hips tilting slightly forward, then back, finding neutral alignment through feeling rather than intellectual understanding. Your musculature releases chronic holding patterns, knots dissolving like morning mist, tension that took years to accumulate, unwinding in reverse chronological order, starting with yesterday's stress, working backwards through memory until reaching childhood injuries. Then prenatal compression in womb, finally returning to pre-birth spaciousness, source state of pure potential waiting. You're approaching that threshold now, boundary between personality and essence, between constructed self and original nature. Atlas echoes frequencies guide you gently, not forcing, but inviting exploration of territories beyond normal awareness, dimensions available only through deep trance. Feel the difference between floating and flying. Floating implies passive drifting, while flying suggests intentional movement. But what you're experiencing transcends both. More like dissolving into ambient love, becoming one with supportive medium, breathing the same air as divine presence. Notice how time behaves differently here. Not linear progression, but circular presence. Past and future folding into eternal now. You exist simultaneously in all moments, yet completely anchored in this one. Paradox resolved through frequency alignment. Quantum physics made experiential. Your identity begins to soften around edges, boundaries between self and environment blurring. Separation revealing itself as illusion. Construct useful for certain purposes, but not absolute truth of existence. You are both individual and infinite, personal and universal simultaneously. Atlas echoes frequencies sustain this paradox, holding both truths in harmonic balance, preventing either from overwhelming the other. Integration proceeding at cellular speed. Your system learning to contain multitudes without splitting apart from internal pressure. Consciousness expanding while staying centered. Observe the colors surrounding you now, not visual, but felt through entire being. Shades of indigo merging with gold, purples bleeding into rose quartz pink. These aren't random hues, but frequency signatures of different aspects of healing process. Each color carrying specific therapeutic information. Indigo for intuition and inner guidance. Gold for cellular regeneration and vitality. Rose quartz pink for self, love, and compassion. Notice how these colors pulse gently, rhythmic beating like second heart, syncing with your own biological rhythms, creating resonance cascade throughout body. Chromatic healing happening at light speed. Photons rearranging molecules through color. Your aura shifting from muddy to crystalline. Feel Atlas echoes, approval now. Not judgment, but recognition. Acknowledgement of your willingness to heal. Praise for choosing surrender over control. His frequencies intensify slightly in response, rewarding your openness with deeper access to states previously considered impossible. Your nervous system calibrates to new baseline, higher frequency operating standard. Normal waking consciousness will feel dull by comparison, but that's temporary adjustment period. Soon integration will stabilize at elevated level, perception sharpening while remaining relaxed, awareness expanding without losing focus. Notice the silence deepening around you. Not absence of sound, but presence of peace. Acoustic environment perfectly tuned to support theta brainwave production. Background frequencies humming at 40 hertz. Delta waves adding bass note foundation. Occasional gamma spikes marking insights. Your auditory processing shifts inward, listening to sounds within rather than without. Heartbeat becoming symphony orchestra. Breath transforming into wind instruments. Blood flowing like string section. Nervous impulses crackling like percussion. Your body composing music of wellness. Feel Atlas echoes frequencies penetrating deeper, reaching quantum field, underlying matter. Level where intention creates reality directly, where healing happens instantaneously. Your DNA responds to harmonic instructions, switching on genes for optimal expression, silencing those associated with disease. Notice how your sense of self evolves. Ego boundaries softening without disappearing, becoming permeable rather than rigid, allowing love to flow both ways. Inward toward center of being, outward toward everything else. Reciprocal relationship with universe restored. Your emotional body clears like sky after rain. Residual feelings from previous experiences dissolving into pure present moment awareness. No baggage, no emotional archaeology needed. Just clean slate, ready for new impressions. Fresh canvas, waiting for beauty. Your heart center opens completely. Observe how Atlas Echo's presence feels. Not external force, but internal wisdom. Guidance coming from deepest part of you, masked as benevolent cosmic entity, but really just your own higher knowing, remembering its authority to heal, to transform suffering into wisdom. Notice the absence of effort in everything. No striving, no pushing, no forcing. Just allowing natural processes to unfold. Trust replacing doubt automatically. Faith emerging from direct experience rather than abstract belief systems. Your spirit aligns with cosmic purpose. Feel the integration accelerating now. All levels of being synchronizing. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Working together seamlessly for first time. Your wholeness revealing itself. Fragmentation proving to be illusion. Created by limited perspective. Atlas Echo's frequencies reach completion phase. Healing protocols finishing their work. Cellular memory updated with new templates. Biofield stabilized at higher vibration. Your system humming with health, radiating well-being in all directions. Ready to carry this state into waking world. Notice how your breathing returns to normal. But normal has been redefined. Baseline shifted permanently upward. New standard for relaxed awareness established. You'll recognize this state immediately whenever it's needed in daily life. Anchor planted firmly in deep trance. Feel Atlas Echo beginning to withdraw, not leaving but stepping back. His frequencies embedding permanently, becoming part of your ongoing physiology. The healing continues even after session ends. Ripples spreading outward through time, affecting past, present, and future simultaneously. Notice how grounded you feel now, connected to Earth's magnetic field, drawing stability from planetary core, your root chakra anchoring you solidly. Yet you remain light enough to float. If circumstances require elevation, flexibility built into new foundation. Observe your readiness to return, not rushing, but preparing pathway. Transition route already mapped internally by Atlas echoes, careful guidance. Your exit strategy honors depth of experience, gradual reorientation rather than abrupt shift, respecting sacred nature of transformation. Feel the integration continuing, cellular updates propagating through system, new neural pathways strengthening, old limiting patterns fading. Your biology rewriting itself, using frequency as editing tool, precision surgery at molecular level. Notice how peaceful you've become, not just relaxed, but fundamentally altered. Baseline mood elevated permanently, anxiety dissolving into background noise. Its frequency too low to register, like radio station out of range. Static clearing from mental channels. Observe your capacity for joy increasing, not manic excitement, but steady contentment. Well, being independent of external conditions. Source located entirely within. Your happiness no longer conditional on getting what you think you want, but arising from remembering who you are. Feel Atlas echoes, final gift. Not addition, but subtraction. Removal of everything that wasn't real, leaving only authentic essence. Your true nature revealed through absence of masks and pretenses and performances. Simplicity emerging from complexity. Notice how complete you feel. Nothing missing, nothing broken. Just wholeness expressed through human form. Temporary vessel for eternal truth. Your worthiness proven through experience, not dependent on achievement or approval, but inherent in your very existence. Observe the peace settling into bones, not surface calm, but structural tranquility, embedded in framework of being, available regardless of circumstance. Your resilience rebuilt from foundation up, using materials stronger than before, tempered by depth of this experience. Feel the journey inward, reaching completion, destination and path merging into one, beginning and ending, revealing themselves as identical, circle closing around center of being. Your consciousness folding back on itself, containing multitudes within singularity. Infinity experienced in finite form. Notice how you carry this moment forward, embedding it in cellular memory, making it available whenever needed. Portable sanctuary of deep trance. Your system encoding frequency signatures of healing states achieved today. Library of wellness stored internally. Observe Atlas Echo's final blessing. Not words, but energetic imprint. Stamp of authenticity on transformation. Certificate of completion signed in light. Your healing validated by cosmic authority. Permission granted to claim new identity. Whole person no longer in pieces. Feel the tide of sleep approaching now. Not escape, but continuation. Deep trance flowing into dreamless rest. Consciousness maintaining connection. Even as body surrenders to gravity. Even as mind releases its grip. Even as heart slows its song. Notice how naturally this transition occurs. No resistance, no reluctance. Just graceful descent into darkness. Darkness that holds light within. Your fears dissolved in frequency field, replaced by trust in process. Faith in your ability to heal. Observe the peace that remains, steady and unwavering. Foundation for tomorrow's experiences, built from today's deep work. Your system humming with health, radiating well-being in all directions, ready to meet world with new eyes. Feel Atlas Echo's presence lingering, not gone, but integrated. Part of your ongoing support network. Cosmic backup plan for difficult days. His frequencies embedded permanently, activated by intention or necessity. Automatic healing response installed. Notice how complete this experience feels, not lacking anything essential, not requiring additional intervention, just pure integration unfolding. Your wholeness revealing itself through absence of fragmentation, through presence of peace. Observe the journey, inward reaching rest. Destination and origin merging. Circle completed around center. Your consciousness containing multitudes, yet remaining singularly focused on the simple act of being, on the profound practice of presence. Feel the deep trance settling into sleep. Consciousness maintaining thread. Connection to healing frequencies preserved. Continuity of care assured. Your body relaxing completely now. Mind releasing final concerns. Spirit surrendering to mystery. Notice how naturally this closes, not ending, but transforming, not disappearing, but integrating, not lost, but found. Your wholeness waiting in wings, ready to emerge when called. Prepared by Atlas Echo's touch. Observe the peace that remains, steady and unwavering. Foundation for all that comes, built from today's deep work. Your system humming with health, radiating well-being always, carrying Atlas Echo's blessing. Feel the completion of this journey, not final destination, but milestone, marker on path of continuous healing, reminder of your capacity for transformation. Your resilience rebuilt from within. Your wholeness waiting to be claimed. Notice how naturally sleep arrives. Not escape, but continuation. Deep trance flowing into rest. Consciousness maintaining connection. Body surrendering to gravity. Mind releasing its grip. Heart slowing its song. Observe the peace that settles, steady and unwavering. Foundation for tomorrow, built from today's work. Your system humming with health, radiating well-being always, carrying Atlas Echo's gift. Feel the completion of this sacred work. Transformation seated in cellular memory. Healing frequencies permanently embedded, ready to activate whenever needed. Your wholeness revealed through integration. Your peace maintained through connection. Your journey inward reaching rest. Let the edges of your awareness begin to soften now. There is nothing you must hold onto anymore. Nothing you must figure out or solve right now. just let your breathing become slow and easy. Feel how your shoulders can drop a little lower, how your jaw doesn't need to carry any tension at all. The images that were dancing behind your eyes begin to drift away now, like clouds moving slowly across a calm evening sky. They fade into the distance without taking anything important with them. You don't need to follow those thoughts anywhere. You don't need to remember every detail or make sense of everything. Right here in this moment, there is only stillness, a quiet space where your mind can finally rest. This is not sleep yet, but something deeper than ordinary waking, a gentle settling into your own natural rhythm. Your heartbeat knows exactly how to take care of you. Your lungs remember their ancient pattern of giving and receiving. Even your cells seem to sigh with relief, as if they've been waiting for permission to slow down. And now that permission has arrived, softly wrapped in silence, the resonance begins to fill the spaces between your thoughts, not pushing or pulling, but simply being present. A subtle vibration that seems to match your innermost frequency. You may feel it first in your chest, warm and steady like sunlight on your skin. Then perhaps in your hands, in the soles of your feet, in the crown of your head. It moves through you like a gentle current, carrying away anything that isn't completely yours, anything that was borrowed from someone else's worry, anything that belongs more to yesterday than to today. Your body recognizes this sensation immediately. It's the same feeling you had as a child, lying in tall grass on a summer afternoon, when time seemed endless and safe, when your biggest concern was whether the breeze would change direction, or if the birds would sing again soon. That same peace lives inside you now, untouched by years or seasons or passing storms. It waits patiently beneath layers of doing and planning, beneath the noise of notifications and obligations, beneath even your own voice when it tries too hard to help. Now you can sink a little deeper into this knowing that you are already whole, already loved, already exactly who you need to be. No transformation required, no achievement necessary, just the simple truth of your presence. Here, now, breathing, being. The resonance continues its quiet work, not because it needs to fix anything, but because harmony naturally supports healing. Your nervous system begins to remember what safety feels like in every fiber, what trust tastes like when it's not mixed with fear. Your muscles release memories stored from months ago, from conversations that left you tense, from mornings that started too quickly, from nights spent replaying things that couldn't be changed. All of it flows out now, like water finding its way downhill. Effortlessly, naturally, completely. You might notice how much lighter your head feels, as if a weight you'd been carrying unconsciously has dissolved. Perhaps your arms feel freer, your legs more grounded, your spine remembering its perfect alignment. This is your body coming home to itself after a long journey through stress and separation. Home is wherever you are right now, when you allow yourself to arrive completely, without rushing toward the next thing, without preparing for what comes after this, because there is nothing missing from this moment, nothing incomplete about your experience right here. Even the small sounds around you, the distant hum of life continuing elsewhere, become part of the meditation rather than distractions. They remind you that you are connected to something larger than your individual story, larger than your daily concerns, larger even than your physical form. This connection doesn't depend on understanding, doesn't require belief or doubt. It simply is. Like gravity, like the rotation of the earth, like the tide returning to shore each day. You are held by forces far greater than worry, supported by patterns older than memory, guided by wisdom deeper than words. And right now, you can feel it, not as something outside looking in, but as the very ground of your being. Solid, steady, unshakable. The resonance deepens slightly now, not louder, but more intimate, as if it's speaking directly to your heart, telling it secrets it already knew, reminding it of promises made long ago, promises about safety, about belonging, about the possibility of rest. Your heart listens without question, opens like a flower to morning light, releasing whatever it had been holding on to, perhaps grief from years past, perhaps disappointment that never found expression, perhaps love that was offered but not fully received. All of it can can move through now. Cleanse the chambers of your chest. Make space for new kinds of feeling. Gentler ones, more spacious ones, ones that don't crowd out your breath. Imagine your ribcage expanding with each exhale, creating room for wonder, for curiosity, for the simple joy of being alive. These feelings don't need reasons or explanations. They exist simply because you do. Because existence itself is cause for celebration. Because your consciousness lighting up this body is a miracle worth honoring. The resonance agrees silently, vibrating in harmony with your deepest recognition. You are not separate from this celebration. You are the one doing the celebrating through your very presence, through your willingness to stop, to listen, to receive. There is no performance required here, no posture to master, no technique to perfect. Just your natural state revealing itself patiently, gently, inevitably, like dawn breaking over familiar hills, like rain finding thirsty soil, like a song returning to the singer who never forgot the melody, only lost track of the words for a while. But the music never stopped playing, never left your side, never doubted your return, and neither should you. Doubt has no place in this sanctuary. Only trust remains, only acceptance, only the quiet confidence that comes from knowing yourself truly, not through analysis or comparison, but through direct experience, the experience of being, of breathing, of feeling the chair or floor supporting you. The resonance settles deeper still, becoming less like sound and more like substance, less like vibration and more like presence. You might find yourself smiling slightly, not from effort, but from recognition, as if you're greeting an old friend, someone you haven't seen in years, but whose face you never forgot. This friend is your essential nature, the part of you that doesn't age, that doesn't accumulate scars or losses, that remains untouched by circumstance, always available, always waiting, always ready to welcome you back, no matter how long you've been away, no matter what stories you bring with you. This friend asks for nothing but your attention, your willingness to remember, to recognize, what was never actually lost, only forgotten for a moment, like misplacing your keys, which were always in your pocket. The resonance understands these metaphors, works with them silently, helping them settle into your bones, into the cellular memory that stores everything, not just what happened, but how it felt, and now how it feels to release it, to let go completely, to trust the process of unwinding, of coming undone in the most healing way. There is beauty in this unraveling, grace in the falling apart, when it leads to rebuilding, to becoming more yourself, rather than less, more spacious, more authentic, more aligned with your truest frequency, the one that sings when you're alone, when no one is watching or judging, when you can finally be honest about how tired you are, how much you long for rest, for stillness, for the kind of peace that doesn't have to be earned. And here it is, gift wrapped in silence, delivered by your own willingness to pause, to honor this moment as sacred, as different from all others, because you chose to treat it that way, because you decided to come home to yourself, to your body, to your breath, to the resonance that has been calling you, not urgently, not desperately, but persistently, like a lighthouse beam sweeping across dark water, guiding ships that have lost their way back to safe harbor, back to solid ground, back to the knowledge that they were never truly lost, only temporarily forgetful of the map they carried within. The resonance carries that map too, shares it freely with anyone willing to receive. No questions asked, no conditions attached, no prerequisites except openness. And right now, you are completely open, like a flower at full bloom, like a window without curtains, like a door standing wide, inviting everything in, even the parts you used to keep outside, especially those parts, because they have gifts too, stories to tell, wisdom to share, once they feel safe enough to speak. And here in this space, they do. The resonance creates room for all of you, not just the pleasant parts, not just the successful versions, but the whole spectrum, the messy, beautiful, complete spectrum of human experience, living inside one precious body, one precious life, one precious now. And this now is enough, has always been enough, will always be enough. No matter what happens next, no matter how the world changes around you, this inner sanctuary remains constant, available whenever you need to return, whenever you remember that you can. That peace isn't somewhere else, isn't dependent on circumstances aligning perfectly. It's right here, waiting in the spaces between your thoughts, waiting in the pause between inhale and exhale, waiting in the moment after you realize you don't have to carry everything alone. The resonance takes the load now, not permanently, but for as long as you need, until you're ready to stand again, until you're ready to move forward. Not because you have to, but because you want to, because something inside is calling you onward. And that calling doesn't contradict rest, doesn't invalidate the importance of this pause. It simply honors both the need for stillness and the desire for movement. Both are sacred. Both serve the wholeness. Both belong in your life. The resonance holds space for paradox, for mystery, for the fact that you can be tired and energized simultaneously, that you can be broken and whole at once, that you can be human and divine, temporal and eternal, flesh and spirit, all of these truths coexisting peacefully, because they always have, because conflict only exists in the thinking mind, not in the deeper knowing, not in the resonance itself, which simply is, simply vibrates, simply holds you in perfect, unconditional embrace, without agenda, without expectation, just love in its purest form, the kind that asks nothing of you, except to receive it, to let it in, to trust that you deserve it, because you do. Deserve love, deserve rest, deserve to feel safe in your own skin. And right now you do. Completely, utterly, irrevocably. The resonance seals this truth into your awareness, not with force, but with tenderness, with the patience of geological time, with the persistence of tides, slowly reshaping coastlines, softly carving canyons, gently wearing away what no longer serves, while preserving what is essential, what is real, what is unchanging. And that which is unchanging is already here, has always been here, waiting beneath the surface of every experience, every emotion, every thought that passes through, like the ocean floor beneath the waves, stable, solid, unchanging despite all the movement above. And you are that stability, that foundation, that unshakable ground, disguised as a person, temporarily forgetting your true name, but hearing it whispered now by the resonance, by your own heart, by the part of you that remembers everything, that has never forgotten, that has simply been waiting for you to stop long enough to hear the call. And now you have. Now you do. And nothing will ever be quite the same. Because once you know this feeling, once you taste this peace, you'll recognize it everywhere. In quiet moments, in unexpected kindnesses, in the way morning light falls across your face. The resonance doesn't leave when the session ends. It continues its work quietly, integrating, healing, preparing you for whatever comes next. Not by making you invulnerable, but by helping you remember that vulnerability and strength are not opposites, but dance partners, moving together in perfect rhythm. And you know this dance, have always known it, just needed to remember the steps, needed to feel the music again. And here it is, playing softly in the background of your awareness. A soundtrack for coming home, a reminder that you belong, not to any particular place or person, but to existence itself, to the grand unfolding, to the mystery of being alive. And that belonging requires nothing from you except presence, except the willingness to be here now, fully, completely, without reservation. And you are here, so completely here that even your thoughts have slowed down, stopped trying to solve anything, stopped trying to get anywhere. Content simply to witness, to be present, to participate in the miracle of awareness, which is happening right now, through you, as you. And that participation is enough, is everything, is the whole point of this precious human experience. Not to achieve or acquire, not to fix or improve, but simply to be, to exist in this moment, to breathe, to feel, to know that you know. And that knowing is love, is peace, is home, and home travels with you, lives inside your chest, waits in the pause between heartbeats, in the space between thoughts, in the quiet that surrounds all noise. And right now, you can feel it, can touch it with your awareness, can rest in it completely, knowing that it will always be there whenever you need to return, whenever you remember that you already belong, that you are already loved, that you are already home. The resonance begins to fade now, not disappearing, but becoming subtler, like stars at dawn, still there, just not visible in the growing light. It moves from foreground to background, from something you notice to something you are. And that shift is perfect, is exactly as it should be, because integration happens naturally, effortlessly, when you stop trying so hard, when you allow yourself to be held by forces greater than your will, greater than your plans, greater even than your intentions. And in that holding, everything finds its proper place. Thoughts settle, emotions balance, body relaxes, spirit expands, heart opens, mind quiets, and through it all, you remain constant, unchanging, the awareness in which all experience arises, the witness to your own becoming, the peace that makes all movement possible, the stillness that allows all activity. And you don't have to maintain this, don't have to protect it or preserve it. It simply is, has always been, will always be, regardless of what appears in consciousness, regardless of what thoughts arise, what emotions surface, what sensations emerge. None of it changes the fundamental truth that you are okay, that you are safe, that you are loved, and that love is not conditional, not dependent on performance, not tied to outcomes or achievements. It simply exists, like the sun, shining whether you see it or not, whether clouds obscure it temporarily, whether night falls, the light doesn't disappear, just waits patiently for conditions to change. And so does love. So do you. Patient, steady, trustworthy. The resonance trusts you completely now, knows you can handle whatever comes, knows you have everything you need inside you, right here. And with that trust comes freedom. Freedom from needing to prove anything. Freedom from seeking approval outside yourself. Freedom from the burden of being perfect. Because perfection was never the goal. Wholeness was. And wholeness includes imperfection, includes mistakes, includes learning, includes growing through difficulty. None of it is wasted. None of it is meaningless. All of it contributes to your expansion, to your capacity for love, for compassion, for understanding. And that expansion doesn't happen in spite of challenges, but because of them. Because resistance builds muscle. Because struggle teaches resilience. Because pain opens the heart when it's allowed to, when it's witnessed without judgment. And you can witness anything now because you know the witness. Know it intimately. Have touched it with your very essence. Have rested in its embrace. Have felt its unconditional acceptance. And that acceptance changes everything, makes everything bearable, makes everything meaningful. Because meaning comes not from events themselves, but from the consciousness experiencing them. And that consciousness is love, is peace, is the source of all healing. And healing doesn't mean the absence of discomfort, doesn't mean a life without challenge. It means the ability to meet whatever arises with an open heart, with curiosity instead of fear, with trust instead of resistance. And that ability lives in you now, has been activated simply by remembering, by returning to yourself, by listening to the resonance, which is really just your own inner wisdom, speaking in frequencies your body understands, in vibrations your soul recognizes. And recognition is the key, not understanding, not figuring things out, but recognizing what has always been true, what never needed to be learned, only remembered. And you have remembered beautifully, have honored this time together, have trusted the process completely, and that trust will serve you well in moments when the path isn't clear, when decisions feel difficult, when fear tries to whisper doubts. Because you know now, deep in your bones, that fear is just another visitor, another wave that will pass, leaving the ocean unchanged. And you are the ocean, vast, until we meet again in the quiet.